The curse that the ugliest man alive revealed himself to be not man, but elf, and an elven sage at that. Avalach, for this was his name, was the elven mage who had helped Ciri flee the hunt, then hidden her away on the Isle of Mists.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Mihin me jäätiin taas tässä? Eikö niin, eihän mulla ole näitä koko missioneita siihen. Mistähän nekin löytää sitten? Väärä. Se on tämä täällä. No käydään nyt sielläkin sitten kerran. Veneekin kautta. Veneekin kautta.
Novigrad's most famous quartet, but there's also crippled kids.
Eikö tässä pitäisi olla tuo toinenkin? Ei oo kuin tuo näköjään. Leijuva kuppi vai mikä tämä on? Juu, eli nyt sinne hakemaan ne viimeisetkin taulut tuolta. Nämähän tekee aika hyvin damakea nää uudet. Nyt kyllä on eksynyt tänne taas.
Name's Geralt.
Patty Gruber. I'm a bookie. I trust you're here to fight.
Fight. No, kokeillahan kerran.
I'm ready.
Hear that? A fight at last! Our champion, Archibald O'Neill, to face Geralt! Fight!
Fighto! No. Mitä? En mä osaa edes pelata. En mä näe mitään. Voi vittu, tää kuvakulma ihan perisesti. No voi vittu kun painaa taas väärää nappia. No nää kuvakulmat aina tässä niin perseestä.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new champion. The man who dethroned Archibald O'Neill. Bravo to Geralt. A beautiful bout.
I'll be crowned the best in
Hyvä, tulla
Novigrad.
oksu.
Who do I gotta fight?
You've two other local champions to choose from. Pile Driver and Captain Mortimer of the Temple Guard. And here's your prize.
Here's the eternal fire.
Satku tuli.
They are beastly trousers. Listen, there's more. Word is,
Another drifter in from Temeria.
No on se tässäkin tää piste. Pepekki vai mikä tää nyt oli? Penekki.
Can't be in two places at once, can I? I'm busy man. Can't be in two places at once.
No ei
can I?
sitten. Pidä questis, saatana. Tänne on kyllä niin pitkä matka, ettei mitään rajaa.
come on.
Selvittiin kuolematta.
En mä tätä. Sen morilla.
Täältäkin saa kortteja.
Greetings.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
Ei ollutkaan kortteja, voi helvetti. No otetaan tuon nyt varmuuden vuoksi.
Farewell.
Barbarians.
Tulikohan nyt mitään hienoa? Eikö nää on näistä kartoista? Ei mulla karttoja oo.
Who are you? Why do you sniff around here?
Looking for work.
Wait. 2 swords, eyes like slits. You are a witcher, is that so?
Geralt of Rivia.
I have not heard the name. But you will find work here, this I know.
En mä kyllä tullut työtä etsimään, kuin kortteja.
Show me what you're peddling. Been a while since I played cards with a subject of His Imperial Majesty. Game of Gwent. Let's lay him down.
Lay 'em down, boys! Ei oo mitään hienoa tullut. Ihan hyvät kortit. Vaihdetaan tommonen ton. Ihan hyvät kortit. Oi, nyt se käyttää, arvasin. Kyllä luovutan nyt. Ei tässä ole mitään järkeä. Vielä otti tonkin pois. Mä en kyllä tiedä mitä se tekee. No, kokeillaan. Multahan loppuu kortit. Laitetaan nyt tuo vielä. Nyt me hävittiin tää, mutta ei voi mitään. Ei sitten loppu kort. Jokohan korona iskenyt. Ai, miten se tälleen? Miten se nyt tälleen? Nyt varmaan mullekin iskenyt korona, voi helvetti. En mä oo vielä kipeänä, mutta tänään oli jo koulussa rykijöitä saatana. Ja yskijöitä. Yksikin sanoi siinä takapenkillä, että hänellä on niin kipeä olo, että saas nähdä mitä käy.
And Medetta, as
Heard of the dry head brigade?
Päivää ehjille kalmo. Minnes me nyt oltiin menossa tässä? Pitäisikö se tuo tehdä loppuun tässä välissä? Niin...
One false move and you will regret it.
Ei, nyt me eksyttiin taas. Eikö se on noin kaukana tuo? No, ota nyt se. Ei se ollutkaan tuo. Mikähän questi se nyt on sitten? Tuo se on. Tuo on pakko olla se. Joo, on tässä nyt joku aika jo striimattu. Joskus kesällähän mä aloitin. Tai aloitin.
The curse that held Uma proved hard to lift, but Yennefer and the Witchers managed to do it. The ugliest man alive revealed himself to be not man, but elf, and an elven sage at that. Avalach, for this was his name, was the elven mage who had helped Ciri flee the hunt, then hidden her away on the Isle of Mists.
Pyörien sisään.
Master Geralt. Guards wanted you from the tower. They sent me to open the gates.
Why was it
Oon mä
closed?
kuitenkin aikoinaan striimaillut joskus silloin menneinä vuosina.
Tis tradition.
Ettei tää niin uusi juttu oo.
After the feast, the Jarls will choose the king, so the doors must remain closed. Only the sons and daughters of Skellige may stay in the castle.
Krach make an exception just for me?
All know what you did for Ceres and Hjalmar. Today, you're one of us. Come. Krakow waits.
Mulla ei oo Hitmania, sehän se siinä ongelma on.
How's the mood in there?
Come.
Eikä mulla oo rahookaan nyt sitä ostaa, kun mulla menee
Even
kouluihin
attitude,
kaikki rahat.
Skellige. At a good feast, mead and blood flow in equal measure.
Ensi viikolla kyllä pitäisi tulla lisää rahaa kyllä. Tää katsella, jos se on sitten tarjouksessa, niin voihan se ostaa sitten. Kyllähän tuo tekis mieli pelata se. Pelata sekin. Sitä mä en oo sentään pelannut ollenkaan, enkä oo edes kattonut sitä pelattavaa, niin se olisi ihan niinku uusi juttu.
And I'd expect you to support me, not pinch my allies. If an on crates to wear the crown, it
Should be you, because you've got fur growing on your chin, that it?
show some of your own, and the Jarls just might listen to you.
Want your mug smacked? Remember, I was left standing last time we crossed fists.
Yeah? So you'll fight the Vilcards with me? Wonder who'll do better, you or Hjalmar the Giant Slayer?
Ah, stop your shite boasting.
Ceres! Hey! Ah, damn it!
to play it out.
Think I don't know that? But you saw her. She's so...
Stubborn, fierce, mule-headed, refuses to listen to anyone.
Exactly!
Mutta tämän jälkeen sitten pelataan toisia
True,
pelejä.
Arnvald.
Tää nyt pelata
Me
tämä
and
loppuun.
Ceres, well, they're twins in that regard.
Don't see Kraft. He talking to the Jarls?
No, went to his chambers. To prepare your promised reward, no doubt.
If you've a spell, Witcher, perhaps you'd fancy some fisticuffs with the Vilcarls. Loosen up your joints after your journey.
Maybe later.
Respect, Witcher. Something I've always wondered. What do you Witchers do once there are no battles?
No missähän se nyt on sitten tämä? Crash of the Great. Mikä onkaan? Siinähän tuo muuten. Ei ookaan. On se tuolla.
Greetings, Berna. Feast not to your liking?
This is no feast. It's a farmer's market where votes are bought and sold like sheepskins.
Svanrig is not gonna vie for support.
Bran's son will not haggle for a crown that is his by right.
Far as I know, crown goes to the claimant who gains the most votes.
That is the tradition, but not all traditions are good. The Isle's care should be entrusted to a single family.
Take it you have a specific family in mind.
Of course. Bran was the best king Skellig has seen in centuries. The throne should pass on to Svanrige, his true-born son, and then on to his sons.
What's wrong with voting for your king?
Take a walk. Listen and you'll understand. The claimants already hand out land, promise privileges, titles, favourable judgments. They behave like whores lifting their skirts for every passerby. A king by the grace of votes is no ruler, but a debtor. This must end. We must start by placing Bran's firstborn son on the throne. I hope the Jarls will see the wisdom of it.
Leaving Kertrolda?
Tomorrow at daybreak.
Moro Joonas
Enjoy
Kauppi.
yourself, Master Geralt.
Mä taisin viimeksi ottaa tuo Akan valita tonne johtoon.
You must even. Come.
Vois kyllä tuo Ukon kokeilla, miten se muuttuu se lopputarina sitten.
Feast to your liking? Any better than your continental balls?
Definitely more to drink.
Ah, there is. Rolled all of it out of my cellars. Double meads, triple, Cintrian plum brandy, a Hackamum spirit that burns the mouth like boiling water. Clan on Crate knows the meaning of hospitality.
Feeling torn between Hjalmar and Ceres?
Kyllä meidän Jalmari
Do I
otetaan.
have a favorite? Nay.
Mitäs tässä koulussa käyty? Huomenna saatiin vapaaksi onneksi. Siellä oli joku sairas kohtaus, tai sairas tappaus, niin saatiin huomenna vapaapäiväksi. Niin voi tänään vähän pitempään pelailla.
Think the Council of Jarls will dare to put a woman on the throne?
If you'd asked me some months ago, I'd have laughed in your face. But today I see, and I'm not alone, that Ceres has something as rare on the Isles as a hot summer. Patience. Others act, then think. She's different. She thinks things through. The for, the against. But once she takes action, not a force in the world could stop her.
Between you and me, Hjalmar's not too hot-headed to be king.
Depends on the kind of king you have in mind. Want one who'll send emissaries, move figurines about a map, calculate the most profitable
Jos tuossa aikaisemmin mietin, että
Yes, he's too hot-headed. But
näinköhän se
Skellige
korona
wants a
tulloo
different
saatana, kun
ruler.
siellä oli niitä rykijöitä
Kind
jo.
who'll drown Nilfgaard in blood.
Yskiöitä ja rykiöitä ilmestynyt tonne luokkaan.
And that is Hjalmar.
Siellä kun on se 5-8 tuntia niin samassa tilassa, niin taas nähdä mitä käy.
Skellige, we spit on the notion of peace at any cost.
Promised me a reward for helping your children.
And I aim to keep my word. Here, this bauble's been in the family for generations. I give it to
Ollaan vielä koko luokka kohta karanteenissa ja...
Beautiful craftsmanship.
Ei, mulla ei oo perjantaina ei oo vapaata.
I'm the one.
Mut se on lyhyt päivä, se on 8-12 vaan.
Hear that? Damn it. Hjalmar's probably started another row.
That's not Hjalmar. Let's go.
Mikähän tohon kävis? Näyt ei ollut pahoja.
Damn, you're ugly.
No jää nyt kiittää siihen, saatana. Toivottavasti nyt ei tuu sitä koronata.
Cloth! Give me some cloth! Gotta stop the bleeding! Quick!
Tada!
Take my cloak.
Hold on, son. You'll pull through. A shark grabbed my leg once. Albion!
He's dead. Crack! Where'd those bears come from, huh? Answer! Now!
Careful how you speak to my dad.
Stow your blade, pup, or Crack will lose a son too.
You insult me, Lugas, and now you threaten my son. I will not stand for this.
Dad, come here. Come on! Put you down like a rabid dog.
Calm down. Calm down. Enough blood's been spilt. Someone brought these beasts here to murder our sons and brothers. We cannot restore their lives. But we can. We must avenge them. This burden falls upon the host and his offspring.
Find the guilty
Mulla ei oo
or
nuo rokotteet
find and
voimassa
kill
enää
them,
ollenkaan.
else your clan will be cursed for 100 generations to come.
Ois pitänyt se 3. rokote käydä, mutta se kun ei vaikuta ennen tuohon uusimpaan varianttiin, niin en mä tiedä onko se nyt järkevää edes käydä sitä.
Damn it. Things have sure gotten messy.
That's putting it mildly. We've clues to examine, things to consider. We must find out how this came to be, elsewise
We've no time for that. I know where to find the guilty.
Wait! Are you mad? You're gonna kill folk before we've learned what happened.
Learn all you want. Meantime, I'll go wash the shame off our clan.
Hey, the Jarls aren't listening anymore. Stop playing the hero and think for a second.
Our honor's at stake, sis. I can't wait.
Are you listening to me? Someone let those bears in. We must know who, and the answer lies somewhere in this
No
room.
otin mä onneksi ne kaksi rokotetta otin kyllä, mutta ei ne taida enää vaikuttaa millään tavalla. Mä haluan mennä Jalmarin kanssa tällä kertaa. Mä viimeksi menin Serisin kanssa, mutta nyt mennään Jalmarin
I'm
kanssa.
going with Hjalmar. Don't know where, but I'm going.
Knew you'd not turn down an adventure.
I'll stay here. Someone must see to everything. Summon the healer, hand the fallen over to their families. Wolf, I thank you.
We ride to Fornhalla. At a gallop.
Joo, mutta jos se rokotekin on, niin se on pien niinku hinta siitä, että se olisi niinku, ei tuukkaan vakavana sitten. Se on ainakin semmonen lotto, missä mä en haluaisi voittaa.
We're here.
Meaning? Gonna explain what we're doing or not?
Remember the wild men I sparred with? The ones we called Vilcarls?
You might have mentioned them when I walked in.
This is Fornhalla, their village. They were the ones who changed into bears, just like in the legends about berserkers. I saw it with my own eyes. Might have been alone in that. Everyone else was staring at young Lugos. He claimed he could down a barrel of beer in one go. Almost did it too.
Why not speak up right away, back there in front of everyone?
Because they'd have started talking, questioning, quarreling. Words won't wipe the shame from my clan, only deeds will.
Vildkarls. What else do you know about them?
They're not part of any clan. They've no wives nor children.
So how do they reproduce? By budding?
No. Those wishing to devote their lives to battle come here to join them. In the summertime they hunt, go on raids. Come winter they sleep in their caves, with the bears. At least that's what folks say.
Got a feeling it's more than gossip. So what now?
Simple. We welcomed the Vildkarls under our roof, gave them food, drink, and they spilled our blood. So now they must pay. In blood.
Should at least take one alive. Make him testify before.
This ain't the continent, Witcher. Don't need no courtesy, justice done.
Stop to consider that somebody might have duped them, used them.
Then they'll die for being idiots. Enough jabbering already. Let's go.
Jalmari se ei paljon kysele. Se tekköö.
No one here. Ran away. Knew I'd come for them.
Odd. From what you said, don't sound like the type to lack courage. Let's look around. Could be nearby.
Look, up there. A corpse by my reckoning.
Needs examining. A Skellige custom I don't know about.
If it is, it's new to me as well.
An old shrine, covered in runes.
I know the signs. Language of our forefathers. Svalblood. Damn it.
What is it? That a name?
Aye. A deity whose worship is banned. All altars devoted to him were raised years ago. Priests extolling him were bound. Tossed into sailless longboats that were pushed out to sea.
Nyt pitää käydä lisää kahvia. Pakko saada lisää kahvia. On taas nuo johot tuolla renkaitten alla. pyörii alla. Rootana.
Doesn't make sense to fear gods. Only ever dangerous in stories.
The gods don't concern me. Their followers do. You see,
Onko hyvääkin tuo mango-versio?
Human sacrifices.
Pitäisi ihan joskus ostaa testiä, jos tullaan vastaan jossain.
Strange smell. Bit like incense. Bit like a bait we witchers use.
For what?
Bears.
Crikey, you've a sniffer like a hound's.
Better. Follow me. Body covered in bruises. Knuckles chafed raw.
Fought bare-fisted. To the death. Some kind of trial.
Probably. Or a very bloody sport. This one here doesn't look like a Wildkarl to me.
Aye, true. More slender in the shoulders. No tattoos. Interesting.
No, se ei nyt ota tota. No ei sitten.
A storm, damn it. Clothing from 6 men.
Eikö mä vaan mietin, jos kävis perjantaina Alkon kautta kun tulloo kotiin. Niin.
Clothing from 6 men. Just one body though.
Tää voisi ihan niinku mikserinäkin kokeilla.
No women's clothing. Items. No toys.
Told you. Only men live in Fornhalla. Won't be anyone to mourn them.
Dried mushrooms. Psilocybe, I think.
Geralt, finish up your Ferden already.
Huumesieniäkö nuo?
Follow the thread. Wounds covering the body, but he didn't bleed to death. Someone broke his neck, finished him. What the hell's going on here? Blood, mixed with bile.
Look, someone walked through it.
Tracks lead uphill. Human scalps. Unusual as decorations go.
Totta kai katsotaan Big Brotheria. Sillä on vielä uudistunut se, kato tämä
Spiked gloves. Black with
et
dried
saa
blood.
juonia, niin se voi olla ihan mielenkiintoinen. Onko ne sitten koko shown uusinut? Vai mitä siinä on? Nyt saat nähdä.
Ochre, coal dust, woad.
Ruppee tuon nenäkin
Tattoo
kutiamaan
dyes.
taas.
I'll bloody give them
Varmaan on joku
tattoos.
korona iskenyt.
Dried mushrooms. Psilocybe, I think.
Geralt,
Mut joo,
finish
kyllä
up your
sunnuntaina
Ferden already.
katellaan.
Trap door under a bearskin rug. Classic.
Come on, open it.
Air is thick with incense.
I'm gonna puke. It's as though...
Shh. Hear that? Noise from below.
Finally.
Joo, se on pakko olla kyllä. Mut sais tuossa tuo 4 ruutuun niin lisää kameroita olla. Se on aina... Niinku vanhoina hyvinä aikoina oli ne olohuonekamerat ja keittiökamerat ja tämmöset. Niin
Why'd you attack Care Troller?
ne sais kyllä tulla takas.
But with no regrets about what happened there. There are weaklings in every herd. They must die to make room for those of strong blood.
Like the men whose corpses we found.
Aye. Those who wish to join us enter the Ursine Circle in groups of 6. We take only... The weak give their lives in sacrifice. The strong start their lives anew.
Niin ja Full HD:ksi sais muuttua ne kamerot nekin. Vaikka ne on 4K-kameroita, mutta ne ei lähetä kuin 720p. Eikö olisi vaan kivempi katsoa tuosta isosta telkkarista, kun se olisi vähän tarkempata, niin... Voi verkele. Aha, se kulki noin helpotti.
Well, won't get anything else out of him.
We don't need to. Everything's clear, blood for blood.
Realize they might have acted at someone's behest? Might have just been part of a plot.
We on Crete always have foes. Let them plot, let them strike. They'll end like the Vilcarls.
Voices. More of them further on.
I'm counting on it. Let's go!
Tallennetaan välillä, niin... Ei tarvi niin paljon pakittaa sit, jos kuollaan. Niin nää sieniä syömällä muuttuu karhuiksi nää tyypit.
Svalblood! Svalblood! We summon thy power!
Nyt kun ne on karhukkaita. Ja arvaa vaan me joudutaan taistelemaan niitä vastaan. Onneksi nää pitäisi olla helppoja, nää ei oo ainakaan isolevelisiä.
Our forebears forbade all from worshipping Svalbard on pain of death.
What? Where'd you?
From Kertrolda. Bet you know why we're here.
Aye. On a matter that's not to you, mutant. A matter of pride and honor.
True. Not my concern. Hjalmar, he's all yours.
I could just butcher you like a swine, but I'll let you die with honor. Defend yourself!
Oho!
Arise.
Oho!
Rise and drink of the blood.
Nyt voidaan kuolla tässä eka kertaa. No niin, voi vittu. Se lyö hirveen kovaa. Onneksi tallensin. Onneksi tallensin.
Arise. Arise and drink of the blood.
Mitä vittua? Suojan läpi löi. Ei vittu, nää muuten tuloa vauhdilla päälle. Tuo Hjalmari vaan tuolla juoksuu.
Not afraid to die. Gotta give him that.
A letter. Turns out the Vildkarls, unwitting tools. This druid, Artis, was to be the new king's advisor. Cheap reward for sicking the Vildkarls on your guests, causing all that bloodshed.
Who signed it?
Nobody. Anonymous.
You were right. There's someone else behind it all. All the mayhem.
Suspect anyone?
I know many who crave the crown, but none who'd stoop so low to get it.
Whoever it is, they could strike again.
And I'll be on my guard.
What now?
I'll tell the Jarls what we found here. Hope it's enough to clear the clan's name. Come on, we're done here. It was them attacked us. The Vildkarls.
Will you claim they turned into bears? That they're the berserkers our nanny scared us with as children? Is that it?
I saw them transform. With my own eyes.
Did you see Freya ride by astride a wild boar as well? You've discovered as much as your sister. That's to say, nothing.
I'll vouch for Hjalmar.
Why would we believe you, eh? You're a lackey to Ancrate.
And the Witcher. He knows beasts, including those that take on human form.
Go on, Hjalmar.
What about? I found the traitors, wrought vengeance on them. That's everything.
No, not everything. The Vildkarls conspired with someone. Found a letter on one of their corpses.
Big. This does not identify the guilty party.
That's not why we've gathered. You washed away disgrace with the blood of our foes, Hjalmar. I, eldest among the Jarls, cleanse your clan's name. We part in peace.
So it is true. Warriors have become bears.
I'd say it's the opposite. I saw their transformative ritual. Our trial of the grasses, pure pleasure by comparison.
The Vildkarls have been punished. You and Hjalmar saw to that. But our true foe continues to prowl about. I sense hard times ahead for Skellige. But enough. Whatever comes, we must endure. I thank you, Geralt. Again.
No need. Again.
I'll not take any more of this modesty. This is a land of heroes. Let this remind you of that. And now, I must ride for Gedinath, for the Jarl's Council. Time to pick a king.
What do you think? Who'll get the nod?
Come with me. See for yourself. All may listen to our deliberations.
Hjalmarista tulee... Ei ollutkaan. Mä katsoin, että oli taakki jäätynyt tuo kuva, mutta ei ollutkaan.
Let's go.
Mä olin vaan kuin suolapatsas, niin se näytti sille. Tuo nimittäin joskus jäätyy tuo webbikamera.
We're just in time.
They've already started.
Weren't long ago, we gave King Bran back to the sea. Today, our mourning ends. Today, by the grace of the gods and the clans,
Mä kuulen omaa puhetta.
Mulan takes the crown. Let us swear him fealty. Skellige has chosen.
I know you've long awaited this day. We strike at Nilfgaard!
Hjalmar! 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 Hjalmar!
Looks to me you're bursting with pride.
If only you knew. Tell me, what other Jarl can boast children like mine? Shame their mother didn't live to see this.
Hjalmar will make a good king, provided you help him reign in his temper a bit.
It would depend on the matter. His brawling days are over, granted. But if he decides to sail against Nilfgaard, he can count on my blade.
I was afraid you'd never talk to each other again after that contest for the crown.
Me and Hjalmar? You must be mad.
Rivalry certainly seems serious.
Our rivalry's one thing, But we share the same blood. That's what really counts.
So, not mad you lost?
Naturally, I'd rather be standing where he is now. But my brother's strong and he's got charisma. I believe folk will follow him. And if he grows too high and mighty, father will cut him down to size. You can be sure of that.
Got a delicate matter I wanted to bring up. Need your help.
What is it?
Croc's mentioned Ciri to you? He must have.
Have you found her?
Not yet, but I'm close. Problem is, as soon as I get to her, the Wild Hunt will probably be able to locate us, quickly. So I'll want to take her to Kaer Morhen. Battle the hunt there. I'm looking for allies.
Can't go. But do forgive me. Hjalmar's given me tasks, important ones. He's my king now.
No niin, voi vittu nyt näin auta mua ennen näissä vittu sotajutuissa.
I should go. Gotta keep looking.
Good luck, Geralt.
Jos se Hjalmari sitten olisi vähän eri mieltä.
You earned this.
Didn't I now? Well, truth be told, I'd rather have beat a bugger like Boy Lugos. Fuck it. A win's a win. Thanks, mate.
What now? Call up the crews? Hit Nilfgaard?
We go back to the Black Ones now. Come out of the sea at them. We'll grind them to dust. Any who remain will limp fast as they can back to their bloody south.
The Wild
Arvaa,
Hunt's
että tääkään
prepared to
auta mua
attack Kaer
nyt.
Morhen. Could use your help.
Waits at the gate of your Witcher stronghold. You're a friend of the clan. I cannot refuse you. What's more, no one Crate's ever stood and battled such a foe. I'll leave at once.
Thanks.
Jumalan kautta sehän auttaa meitä. Ai, nytkö tää haluaa, että me mennään sinne mistä? Tää on kovalla. Eikä mä nyt jouta menemään sinne saarelle. Eikö sun tuolla saatana alla? No niin, menehän nyt.
Heard you calling.
Aye, as I was. Thank Mother Nature she didn't skimp on my voice, as she did with some others I know.
See, one of us, Egil, went mute all of a sudden. No spell or potion helps him. But it is said strong emotions and experiences can restore speech. So
Oi,
I thought
Gwent
perhaps
card.
you might. I'll pay you, of course. Give you an excellent Gwent card.
Suppose I could try, but I wouldn't even know where to start. You want me to scare him?
Aye, good, good. That should do it. Scare, irritate. Whatever you wish, provided you do him no harm. You can usually find again near the Hallowed Oak. The man is probably praying in his heart for a cure.
Kuulostaa helpolta.
Maybe he'll say something if I put out his fire. Tin pots. Stand to make a lot of noise. Maybe give him a smack once he's asleep. Known to have therapeutic uses. In shock therapy, for instance.
Miten tää nyt pitäisi tehdä?
Are you the silent druid? Oh yeah. Dumb question. Doesn't look like we'll figure talking won't get me anywhere.
myself already, you... My vow of silence. 3 years. 3 years. Not a word, not a peep. Until today, you made me break my vow.
No voi perkele.
I meant well, really.
Well, it certainly didn't turn out well. Out of my sight, swine!
Huijas mua. Voi perkele. Tootsi nyt antaa sen kortin.
Heard him screaming, clear over here. Grand work, Witcher. Your reward as promised.
How about that? Beard down to his waist and a toddler's sense of humor. Good luck to you.
Mikäs kortti sieltä tuli? Iorvetti. Mikähän kortti tää nyt on tää Iorvetti? Onko se simmukortti niin sanotusti? On taas niin musiikit kovalla, että... Jokohan tuo uskaltais käydä tuon... Tää on kyllä tosi paha tää Bruksa. Käy vähän yrittämässä taas. Käy vähän yrittämässä.
For the glory of the Isles!
Eikö täällä oo sitä... Tonne asti pitää mennä. Touchon.
The curse that held him up proved hard to lift, but Yennefer and the Witchers managed to do it. The ugliest man alive revealed himself to be not man, but elf, and an elven sage at that. Avalach, for this was his name, was the elven mage who had helped Ciri flee the hunt, then hidden her away on the Isle of Mists.
Bruksa. Mikäs se on? Klossarissa ja... Black Bloodia pitäisi olla. Yrden.
Black blood and moon dust. Could be lightsabers.
Onkohan mulla edes noita? Vampireploadia ainakin on. Onhan tuolla muun... Eikö tuota Black Bloodia? Mikäs se yksi oli? Moon Dust. Pitäis tätäkin löytyä tuossa. Kokeillahan pari kertaa tätä. Tää kyllä tappaa yhdellä iskulla, mutta yrittänyt ei laiteta.
You. Saw you at the inn. I know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people, though. Clearly wasn't for their blood. We don't have to fight.
You are wrong.
En minä kerkeä tätä ottaa tuota bloodia.
I cannot let you leave.
Vittu, mikä nappi se on nyt saada? Ui, tää on paha oikeesti. Ui vittu. Tyken nousu on jo vähän. No voi vittu. Kuolipas saatana.
Kuolen nyt. These men to get to the body. What was she doing at the table, though?
Se oli vielä pääkallo. Oho. Hyvin ressaava oli tuo.
Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought. Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch bulging with coins. Nilfgaardian florins. Several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast. Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this. Third hand. A spare? Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing. Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something.
Hitto, tää on kyllä hyvä tää lisäosa.
So, murderer was
Tää on
clearly a
parempi kuin
monster,
pääpeli.
but not a Bruxa.
Ainakin omasta mielestäni.
But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand
Se on
belong
paljon
to?
vampyyrejä.
Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
Ai, päivä on koittanut. Sehän on tossa ihan lähellä. Oi perkele, mitä heppaukkoja.
You must know I've embarked on a quest of true wonder. A horde of challenges awaits.
Sounds compelling. Would you betray the nature of the quest in question?
Upon Lake Selavis waters floats an owl. There you will learn all. I must ride where destiny calls. Godspeed till next we meet.
Hey, you great little shit!
A professional. I like to trade with your kind. You actually appreciate quality workmanship.
Quenttia. Quenttia taas päästään pelaamaan. Väärä. Nämä on kyllä hienon näköisiä miekkoja, mutta kun ei niillä oikein tee mitään.
Care for a quick round of Gwent?
Tää oli tää Iorvetti tämä. Skellike-kortteja, voi vitsi. Harvi kun mulla ei ole näitä monster-kortteja vielä tarpeeksi, että näillä vois pelata. Mennään näillä sitten. Oho, nyt tuli kyllä kovat kortit. Kokeillaanhan piruttaa näitä. Ei mulla olekaan kuin miekkamiehiä, voi hemmetti. No niin, voi helvetti. Nyt se laittoi heti alkuun tuo. Tähän tässä tekis. Laitetaan tuo ihan piruttain. Nyt mä luovutan tän. Tuhlatkuut korttisa. Nää stakkaa tosi hyvin. Ainoastaan jos sillä on se mätäkortti, niin sitten me hävitään, mutta jos ei oo, niin me voitetaan ihan helposti. Toivotaan näin. Ja sitten me hävitään. Voidaan me vielä hävitäkin. Ei nää nyt mitään ihmeiden tekijöitä on nää kortit. Tällä mä saan tuplattua nää. Oi. Se oli helppo. Eli täällähän tää on tää toinen.
Armor chromed and greft or fluted, whatever your heart's desire.
Let's see what you got in stock.
Oi, siinä on noita hevosarmoreita. Mullahan on nuo kaikki, en mä tarvii mitään ennen. Oho, 2 tonnia. Moro Alma. Alhamihan se oli niin.
Craft something for me? Look, got this diagram.
Pitäisikö nuo myydä nuo miekat? En mä olla miekolla tehnyt oo helvettiä.
It is worse than death. Kang, clangety kang.
Ah, a professional.
I like to trade with your kind. You actually appreciate quality workmanship.
Like you to craft.
Kyllä tää vähän enemmän maksaa näistä. Kyllä tuossa ihan hyvät ois nuo statsit, mutta kun en mä kehtoo näitä käyttää. Ei mikään dismantle kun myynti. Mikähän tämäkin on tää Death from Above. No myyvää sekin. Vittuako me niillä tehdään?
So long.
Witcher, remember the Camerlengo pays out a handsome reward for each hands you dispatch.
Armor chromed and greft off-fluted, whatever your heart's desire.
Kventtipeliä, kventtipeliä.
Know you're busy, but you up for a round of Gwent?
What are your needs, master?
Minkähän berserkkeri mä sain? Tämän näköjään. Mitähän tota tekis? Aloitetaan nyt vaikka näillä. Oho. Oho. Pitäisköhän, no pakkohan tää on käyttää. Tää on kyllä pakko voittaa. Yes.
It's all talk. Nothing's effortless.
Action free!
This is an outrage. Stands a fool, I'm sorry.
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But the Palmerine, what about the story of Rittik and the dragon?
Our tales for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Not always. Could go either way. Sometimes virtue wins, sometimes villainy gets the upper hand. Still worth being good.
But why? If it doesn't mean you'll win.
Palmerin's story. Think back. A decent man attracts other good folk, makes friends he can count on. A rogue? Well, he can only count on other rogues. And who would you rather have for a friend?
A man of virtue?
I must agree. Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents. Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way. Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As we'll soon see.
Someone's gonna fight a Shamar? Even with some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
This is dangerous. Bells on its tail aren't enough.
I saw a spectacle of the swords for the arena in Nunwood. There, a knight defeated a Shelmar with bells on its tail.
Might have gotten lucky. Shelmar might have been lame. Who knows? Only a witcher has a real chance against a healthy Shelmar. And that's not even every witcher. Besides which, releasing a monster that dangerous in front of a crowd, plain irresponsible. Who's going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, the young man you met.
Yeah. Mentioned he'd promised his heart's captor a monster trophy.
Great love demands great sacrifices.
Let's go.
Tää ei tuu päättymään hyvin. Ja tuo Brupsa oli tosi paha, niin tää on vielä pahempi.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
Oh, Vivian.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Menee ihan crazylle.
Gotta keep it down.
Eihän tuo tuu mitään damakea, voi vittu. Mikä se... Tää on taas se armoriakka lävistettiin. Tää on paha tällä. Mä kerran nyt reagoida tohon.
Gotta keep it down.
Alas, for Nightling, the beast heaved its foul girth. Let loose the air, it's knocked into earth. And down came the Witcher in one mighty bound to give fight to the beast.
Tuo ei kyllä ollut siihen yhtään.
Out, out, free flame.
Hei, mähän jäin henkiin.
All our hopes, alas, had turned to dust. Drink up the ocean and set fire to the woods.
Eihän mä tee mitään damakeekat tähän.
To any good. What was all in the monsters the victor? Then not for the power of valor and vigor.
Menee nyt vittu sitä alta. Tuo ei kuolisi tuo kaveri. Mulla ei mitään OP:takaan. Vittu tuo paroni kuoloo kyllä. Äkkiä nyt. Se kuoli, voi vittu. Se kuoli. mitä helvettiä? Vittu se paska meni kuolemaan. No, jokainen omillaan.
Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
It suffered enough.
The monster lies slain! The fight is done! Christ be the victors!
Hei, se elää vielä. Yes.
I am not as nimble as in my younger years.
You fought bravely. Thanks for your help. Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later.
Geralttikin on edustavassa kunnossa, kun suonet kuulostaa noin.
Breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him. Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered. Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace, Witcher.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco.
Corvo Bianco.
No, a Bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own. without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay.
Juu,
Are the
maksun
legends
aika.
true? Do Witchers
Ei oo vielä,
usually
mutta
demand that which you find at home,
Corvo
yet
Bianco.
did not expect?
Yes, Your Grace. The law of surprise, time-honored.
We shall becant it. The surprises we encounter on a daily basis would be of no value to one such as you. What awaits at the palace are edicts to sign and portraits of suitors from far-off lands. I fear you would find little use for either. Thus we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco,
Corvo
and the sum of
Bianco.
coin.
Koti
You doubtless
kutsuu.
consider this adequate.
Mä muistan, saanko mä sen heti nyt
Title
vai
to the
pitääkö mun
vineyard shall
odottaa,
be given
että
to you at once.
mä etenen tässä
Surely you'll
tarinassa.
need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. Corvo Bianco. Isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a Witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information. How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinch.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Numismaatikko.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is,
Onko se joku
had some
kolikkojen
meaning to
keräilijä,
convey.
rahojen keräilijä, se
These were
numismaatikko?
honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint.
Toussaint!
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue.
Ja Corvo Bianco.
Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if they...
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues
Toussaint,
exactly?
Toussaint.
honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the 4th virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac-Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but...
They were a team?
They were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure. Your Grace, we need to find Milton, immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game, at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses! Your Grace!
No niin. Sinne meni hame.
What the hell? Why, I should... Your Highness, I...
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. Onward! Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
Your Grace.
Voi perkele niitä hevosjuttuja. Pois alta.
Clear a path! Clear the way, I said!
Eikö tässä oo tööttiäkään, saatana?
Hurry.
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
You mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules.
Alkoi hyvät näkymät taas.
On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish, while I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
A unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It turns around over there, look.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Nyt on kyllä piettävä kustauko. Tuo oli niin pitkä.
guess as champion.
What is they call you? Gervin.
Mä pidän mutella kun mä syön, mä en kehto mässyttää tänne.
All is in order.
Your Highness, it's an honor. Is the game to your liking, ladies?
Aren't we, Lord Curious Trousers?
Our mama told us not to talk.
Just
This is no true unicorn.
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Come on, stay calm. Shh. Calm down. Easy now.
Well, that's hardly fair.
Flagrant cheating is what it is.
Sirs, we must teach this scamp some proper sportsmanship.
Listen, we didn't break any rules.
True, he won fair and square.
We were unlucky, that's all.
We must try to grab the next clue.
Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
Unworthy. Entirely inappropriate behavior.
A complete collapse of social norms.
No niin, nyt on syöty. Minnehän tuo nyt viiptuu, saatanan tie?
I must see a medic.
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
Stole my brother's sling. Will you go rat hunting with me? Nice.
Who'd have thought?
Slithering snails. By the baskets.
Did someone just dive in the water? Perhaps that's the way to do it.
Sure, if you're a peasant.
Tohveita. Otettiinko me tää jo?
It will not do.
Missä se kala nyt on? Onko syvemmällä? Nuoma on tietääkseni kattonut jo. Tuonnekin välkkyy siihen malliin, että tuohon se voisi olla. No just.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful
Muruja
eye
joka
and
paikassa.
bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavily coursed of trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
A key.
Taas ne itkee tässä.
Don't cry, dear. The Duchess will hear of this.
This is an outrage.
Harmi. Vai pitäisikö sanoa, että se on voi voi? Voi voi.
Positively useless. She can't possibly see a thing. What precisely is this?
An abstract work. You might also wish to catch my full massage at the residence of Madame Oriana.
Flames do him no harm.
Nonsense. And taste this to boot. Come. Attention to the vanity.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a crone, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse, with a head of hard cheese.
Mä näitä ymmärrän näitä saatana riklejä. Ei mulla oo mitään vitu ideaa.
Too cryptic, this riddle. Got no idea what it's talking about.
Then be silent and let me think. Look, if we take roll, hollow it out and fill it with ease. The letters, that is. We get green. Then mouse, but starting with what heads heart cheese. Why, it's greenhouse.
Pretty clever.
Voi perkele.
Sounds right to me.
There are several greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with a door that locks, and the key to it looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go. Wait here.
Eikö se ole yleensä, että naiset ensin? Siellähän se on.
What the butch?
What was that?
Kunnon parkourit. Verinen kirves. Vai miekkako tuo?
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Plenty. Even more of the guilty, though. You're next.
I think not. You see, I've something to do still.
More murders?
Just one. Not counting yours.
Voi perkele. Ja mulla ei mitään muun dusteja muuta. Onko tälläkin yrdeni? No voi vittu, älä ota sitä saatana yrdeniä. No voi vittu, kun tää ei anna yhtään. No vittu, älä jää kiinni siihen, saatana. No mihin se miekka hävis? Voi vittu, älä ota väärää miekkaa. kun se hyppii, saatana? Mitä se ei lyönyt sitä, saatana? Mä voin ikinä tätä. Vittu. Kunnon väistelijä tuo. Muitakaan ei voi kesken taistelun vaihtaa noita potioneita.
You want to stay where you are. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You all right?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened, it was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
Local serial killer seems to obey you. Maybe you could talk him out of it, convince him to stop murdering.
Why do you think I've come? It shall not be easy, as Dettlaff can be rather stubborn. Though you must certainly recall that neither do I surrender readily.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is... how would you humans put it? More bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
So in your opinion, what are his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Awfully good of him. But do I need to know this?
Yes. So you'll understand Dettlaff is no cold-blooded killer. I believe he's landed in some mess and he sees no way out.
What makes you say that?
Vilgefortz melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders it so difficult to classify. Dettlaff's trump card is his herd instinct. His tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Dettlaff doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted, and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him, before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Dettlaff is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I prefer they not
Resis posse tuli.
I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Ei kai täällä nyt mitään tutkittavaa enää oo. Tusina armoreita. Tolla puolella saattaa olla. Mutta eipä sinne pääse. Eipä sinne pääse. Vai... Onnistuisikohan tuo? No. Vittu se hyppää suoraan alas tuolta. Olokuutto. Eiku tästähän tää pääsee? Ei pääsekään. Tää kyllä näyttäisi semmoiselta, että tästä voisi päästä, mutta eikä tästä sitten pääse.
Trolling on an empty dreadful.
Sir! Sir! A letter for you, sir!
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to deliver it.
Here. And thanks.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
My dear Geralt.
I hope all is well. I imagine you hot
Ah,
on the trail of
Chris
some nasty
Marigold.
monster. Or is it an overly complex curse this time? Oh, Geralt, I wish I knew for certain. Whatever is keeping you busy, perhaps you'll need a break. For those moments, I offer you this intriguing little mystery I happened on in an old manuscript I bought off a merchant from Nazaire. The tome's author claims a certain Professor Moreau once called Beauclair home, and this professor conducted research into Witcher mutations. I don't know much else, but I suspect that alone might pique your interest. The tome mentioned a journal interred with the scholar when he passed. It could very well lead you to his laboratory. I'm enclosing a map I found folded in the tome. It's smudged in a few places, but I hope it proves useful anyway. Please be careful and come back to me quickly. Your Triss.
A professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
Pitäisikö siellä käydä siellä Korvopiankossa? Vai mikähän tää nyt oli tää paikka? Niin, Korvopiankko. Tässä löytää eka tuo fast travel kohta.
Best cure for the beast, a witcher.
I've 3 doublets.
On hyvin pitkä matka juoksennella.
Good day.
Mä en jaksa näitä käydä nyt läpi. Käydään ne myöhemmin. Nyt mä vaan haluan käydä sillä Korvopiankossa ja sitten jätetään huomiseen loput. Tuollahan tuo. Nyt on rahaa ostaa noita saatana upgradeja tonne. Onko tänne pakko yöllä tulla?
not down some red is a man whose wives like to thump his head.
Siinä on Roachille talli. Mitäs nää oli näitä sieniä näitä?
A man who dare not down some red is a man whose wives
Nuijakuukusiahan oli, niin oli joo.
Tit for all that work. A cook into Beck, but so on in years.
Welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basil Fawlty. By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as Major Domo of Corfu Bianco. I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary, demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands.
Rahpoahan se vaatii.
Vineyard comes across as a
Ja
place
sitähän
with rich
meiltä
history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Ketweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cut-purse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill. Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes,
I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to Major Domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
Oh, and what do you get for all that work?
If my lips don't stink...
The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
Vähän pitää verottaa. Meteoriittiaksi, no sehän me otetaan. Ai vittu, mä otin jonkun pelti, voi saada. Aika paskaa tavaraa oli majordomolla.
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now either.
Trading in wine.
Oh, don't look good. No, not good at all.
So that is how her grace summoned from the
Kaunit maisemat.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days. Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he nearly broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda. Monsieur Bolius, his wife Nina, kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation. Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
A man who dare not down some red is a man whose wives like to thump his head. A man who dare not down some red is a man whose wives like to thump
This
his
served as
head.
an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
And what do you get for all that work? A crook in your back once you're on in
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
Follow me, please. As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it, a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
but welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that,
Mulla onkin
you've
yksi
seen the
maalaus.
full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate. One must
Sain sen
admit,
sitä
time has taken its toll.
aikaisemmin.
Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification,
Mä arvasin, että heti
consider
tullaan
me
ruinaamaan
at your
rahkoa.
service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling. Mentioned the place could stand to be spruced up.
Oh, most decidedly, sir. Question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
Been thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
5 tonnia, no.
It's in your hands then. Make the place shine.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a day's passing, I shall have sent for the crew which rebuffed the Admiral's residence. They are the finest specialists around. Highly skilled at what they do, it shall not take them too long, I wager. 2 days after they begin, your eyes will behold your residence in its refurbished, rejuvenated, beautified state. Is there anything else you require, sir?
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make them more... useful.
Oh, yes. We certainly should. The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think?
My armor needs work from time to time. You know, oil this, reinforce that. Could use a decent work table where I could do all that.
Admiral Rompelli once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's tables this side of the Yaruga. I will contact him at once.
Good. Order me up a table like that.
Immediately, sir. I expect it will take at most 1 day to arrive. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
In my trade, my blades get dull pretty quick. Could use a grindstone, professional grade.
Of course. No one would consider that an unnecessary extravagance, I would wager.
Then send out for one, please. A high-quality stone to be set up in the yard.
Of course. I shall send a runner to town at once. I believe you shall be grinding to your heart's content by tomorrow. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
Know what? Changed my mind. Not in the mood to talk about redecoration today. But I wanted to ask you something else.
I shall be glad to answer your every question, sir.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
Joka tässä saisi yhden taulun laitettua johonkin. Saisi ne tuolta inventorista pois. Ei taida saada vielä. Tänne saa, jes. Joo, pitäisikö se meditoida ja sitten lähteä nukkumaan? Joo, tätä on pelattu jo 3 tuntia kohta. Niin, jatketaan huomenna sitten, niin voi vähän aikaisemmin ruveta pelaamaan, kun vapaapäivä huomenna, niin